Have you ever wondered what people mean when they say they feel at one with nature? I did too, until I started climbing my first 14er. Hi, my name is Tanisha, and I am here to demonstrate how to prepare to climb a 14er. First things first, you've got to make sure you're in shape. You don't have to be an Olympic athlete or anything, but you do need to be physical at least. I always do 30-minute runs every day 2 weeks prior, plus 3 or 4 hikes a week locally for about an hour, and that seems to work. I've never really felt too strained on the side of a mountain. Next thing you have to do is pick your mountain. There is a couple of different ways you can do this. You can get Jerry Roach's guidebook, Colorado 14ers from Hikes to Climbs, or you can get on the 14ers.com website. That's what it looks like there. It gives you all the different, it breaks everything up into the different mountain ranges. You can break everything down you can break everything down by difficulty, however you want to do it. And you can also map it out and see just how far it is. It'll tell you the different classes of the hikes that you might be doing, and this will also give you every single trailhead that you would maybe want to climb. Next thing you need to do is check the weather. I use NOAA.gov, government's weather website. This is for Buena Vista, Colorado, which is me and my very first 14er. Right now it is showing 23 mile per hour winds, which means at 14,000 feet it's probably twice that, and you should forego your hike right now just based on that. If it says anything above breezy or mild winds, I don't go because usually even then I'm being blown off the top. Also, if it mentions anything about there being thunderstorms before noon, you should definitely forego your trip or maybe pick another mountain that isn't going to have any rainstorms. Very last thing you want is to be caught above tree line with all of your gear and no place to go and the lightning starts coming down. It's a really quick way to get electrocuted. Next thing you need to do is pack your bag and make sure that you're dressed appropriately. I always start out with just a tank top and then regular spandex or yoga pants. These are jeans, whatever. And then waterproof pants, regular long sleeve shirt. You are going to be starting before dawn usually, so all of this is necessary even when it is 95 degrees down here. I like to wear a wool sweater. It's breathable, but it will keep you warmer than nobody's business. Also, wool socks are very important. I would always bring a backup pair just in case. My boots are waterproof, but you never know. Just in case. Waterproof boots, scarf. You want to have your waterproof outer shell. You do not want to get wet and be unable to dry yourself up there. Hat. And probably sunglasses. I just don't have any right now. And then put in your bag, you want to have a first aid kit that has band-aids, Neosporin, and aspirin at least. Camelback, I usually just take the bladder out and put it in my bag. My micro spikes, these are not necessary, but if you come across hard-packed ice, these will help you gain traction. So I like to bring those. They're just a helpful little tool. Sunscreen. Sunscreen is your best friend on top of these mountains. I use 50 SPF. I don't know if that's necessary, but you are that much closer to the sun, and once you're above tree line, there's definitely no hiding from the sun. So bring this with you and make sure you have a lot of it. Apply it often. And then you're going to get hungry, so make sure you bring some good snacks. I bring protein-packed foods like beef jerky or tuna. You could bring hard-boiled eggs. Just make sure you don't bring too much food that it's weighing you down. Just make sure you bring what you need and that's it. Also, make sure you pick a good backpack. I always pick a backpack that has the chest strap and then the strap around the waist. You aren't going to be wearing all of this stuff the whole time you're hiking. It's all going to go into the bag at some point. So it's nice to have that little bit of stability. It helps me feel like I'm not going to fall over. My backpack's not going to fall off my back. Next thing you need to do is pick a good hiking partner. You do not want to pick somebody who's going to leave you behind if you get altitude sickness. You do not want to pick somebody who's going to leave you behind if you can't make the summit. And you do not want to pick somebody who is going to you don't want to pick somebody who's going to push you up the mountain faster than you can go, because those are all ways to get sick or hurt or, lost. Do not go hiking with this guy. Lastly, just make sure your car is in working order. Some of the 14ers trailheads are 4-wheel drive only, so make sure you check that out before you go. And also, make sure you have enough gas. You know where all the gas stations are, because there are times where you're without a gas station for lots and lots of miles. And make sure your brakes are good. Other than that, you're pretty much set to go. Today, I talked to you about the different things you need to do to prepare for hiking a 14er. Talked about the physical shape that you need to be in, some of the equipment that you need, who you should bring with you, and a couple vital things about your car. I hope that you all have a wonderful evening, and please go out and find yourselves in nature at some point.